Right guys, Mark Crossfield here, Callaway Bertha Mini 1.5 club. It's not a driver, it's not a 3-wood, it's somewhere in between. You could call it almost a 2-wood. Bertha Mini 1.5 is what Callaway is calling it. Got my GC2, got my Pro V1 X balls. We're going to give you real ball data on what this club might do for your golf game. Let's get stuck in. So Callaway Bertha Mini 1.5, we're getting a kind of warbird sole on the bottom of this kind of shaped sole, this kind of V almost shaped sole. We're getting hyper speed cup faces, improved ball speed across different parts of the face, I'm sure. We're getting a changeable neck, so you can change the lie to try and maybe dial in a little bit of directional help, and then you can move the loft down 1 degree and then up 1 or up 2 degrees. This one's a 12 degree in my hand. Got a black finish, silver kind of black face, but a slightly or grayer face to the black top. Looks nice. It's a 235cc head, so it's bigger than a 3-wood, but it's smaller than your driver, so really it's kind of a 2-wood, isn't it? But they probably don't want to call it a 2-wood because they want to have their own brand name on it. Bertha Mini 1.5. Down by the ball, it's slightly shorter than my driver as well, so it doesn't feel like the length of the driver in my hand. Black shiny head on top, which looks nice. Got the little V Callaway line on the top in the middle. Like I say, the grayer face with the line-ups kind of marker in the middle and the score lines either side. Sits really square down by the ball, sits very nice. It's, you know, it is a really good looking club down by the ball. Let's hit some and see what it feels like. So like I say, sits really good down by the ball. I mean, it's a 3-wood in my head, but with not much loft. A 2-wood. I mean, it feels as easy to hit as my 3-wood. It feels as controllable as my 3-wood would feel. I mean, I've got a driver which I like, and I don't particularly have an issue with my driver, but I think for golfers out there who are looking for that answer off the tee, this might answer some questions. From the tee, it just feels super easy to hit. It feels super easy to kind of chip down the fairway, so, you know, knock it down, not full distance, but still get more distance than, say, my longest hybrid or whatever your club is under your 3-wood. And if I step on it, I feel like it's going to get close to my driver as well. It's a good height, it's a lovely flight, it's a lovely sound. It sounds like a Callaway club. Got the composite head on it. I think this one, which give it that quite unique sound, which I like, so it's not too tingy. You can hit one more, then I'll hit a couple from the fairway, just to show you how or if it can be hit from the fairway. I've got ball data from the tee and from the fairway to present to you as well. Let's give it one more. It does look really good, it sits nice. It looks a little bigger than my 3-wood, but I've seen 3-woods that don't look, even though the CC size might not be the same, they don't look that much smaller than that when they present down by the ball. So you gotta remember, CCs can be stretched back, up and down. It's how they kind of squish them and squash them down. I mean, that just does feel like I would never miss a fairway with that, to be honest, from the tee. You know, if I was struggling with a driver, that is something I would consider. Now, when I put it on the ground, so the reason I think about this is I would need to really drop my 3-wood out to put this club in, the way my bag sits, and I think lots of people would be the same. I haven't got a spare club. From the ground, this feels like it's going to be hard. I'm going to need a good lie. See, that's actually very easy to hit from there, but like I say, I've got that on a perfect lie. No downhill slope, set up nicely on the grass. I do feel if anything was keeping the launch down, downhill slope, sitting down, because this one feels like it's going to launch low from the ground. It is only a 12 degrees with my swing speed, and I think a lot of people out there would struggle. I think the higher swingers, speed swingers, might be able to get more from it from the ground, to be honest. Let's give it another hit from the ground. Yeah, I mean, that does fly from that lie, absolutely no problem. I'm just going to move it into a slightly more downhill. Yeah, I mean, from there, knocking that down, slight downhill, just over the brow there a little bit, sitting down. I mean, that's coming out fine, but it's coming out low. That is not going to carry anything, where I think my 3-wood is giving me maybe a few more options. It's a good looking club, it sounds good, it does sit lovely down by the ball, it really does present nicely. Let's look at the numbers to see if there's anything in there that would make me want to choose this club maybe over a conventional 3-wood. So numbers time, I've got 2 sets of numbers, one from the tee, one from the ground. So 1 to 5 here are from the tee, carrying it 236, topping out at 247, which to be honest with you isn't far behind my driver. The bottom hit in the first one dropping back at 222, which is about where my 3-wood carries and a bit shorter. It is launching only at 12 degrees and spinning only at 2.7, so it's low spinning and it's low launching, which is fine. But again, if you want to use your 3-wood for some levels of versatility, so I would want my 3-wood going up in the air and then me being able to hit it lower and higher, me control it a little bit. With that one, I think I've kind of got one shot. When I start trying to funk that one a little bit, it feels like it's going to ask too many questions of me, certainly from the ground. If we look at the ground numbers, 226, so 10 yards behind the tee numbers. A lot of that will be down to the strike becoming more at the bottom of the club. Moves that launch a little bit lower. The spin comes down as well on those ones, and I'm only getting 22 peak height opposed to 30 when it's on the tee. So again, it's kind of a low bullet, isn't it? Not a thin bullet, it's a low bullet. So if I've got a 240 carry, that club is not going to do it for me, because if I make it, I'm running through, where 240 carry for me on a 3-wood is really pushing me to my utmost limits. At least if I hit a 3-wood hard, I tend to get a bit of height and stop it. Look, I think it's a really club for people who've got a spare club in their bag. You know, they can put one extra in and they're struggling with their driver. I think it's one for people who might look for an answer outside of their driver, playing shorter courses where their driver maybe goes too far. Here in Devon, there's lots of parkland short courses where that club, I could really see it working. I played at a course floor ground, St Melian in Cornwall, very tight course, not the massively the longest course in the world. You just got to put it in position. I had a version of this club from another manufacturer, and it actually did really work around there because my driver was hitting much more into the bottlenecks, where this one was just hanging back, but not as far back as my 3-wood. So it's a real kind of add-on club. I wouldn't be buying this as your first club, but I'd be certainly thinking about trying this one if you're looking for something to help you off the tee, if that's an area that you're really struggling. Someone did say to me the other day, why would you not just make a driver smaller? So cut the driver down, get a shorter length shaft on the driver, and even get a 12-degree lofted driver. Well, you wouldn't be able to hit that off the deck that well, subject to where the CG is, because this one is built to be played a little bit more versatile from the ground and the top. But you would gain in CC of head, which then in theory would gain in MOI. So if you're only going to use it as a teeing club, maybe a short driver is another option as well to think about. You know, lots of manufacturers do this club. It's not going to be the biggest seller for them. It's an added, it's kind of covering all bases, isn't it? It's someone out there, they don't want the driver, they want to go a bit further than the 3-wood. 1.5 Mini, definitely one you should try. It's nice. I like it. I just don't see really where it fits for me, but I could imagine it going into some people's bags. Post comments down below. Is it a club you love or hate? I'd love to hear. Speak to you soon. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for loads more videos. Find me on Instagram at Crossfield Mark, also on Twitter at 4golfonline. Find me on Facebook, Mark Crossfield. Thanks for watching. Post comments as always, and see you soon.